Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing the Draw My Life challenge. Not challenge, I don't know. Draw My Life video, whatever. I've already said what counts stupid video. So, my name, as you know, is Sonny Svensson. But what you might not know is that my middle name is Michael, or Mikael. That makes my full initials SMS. Also, my standard initials will be SS. So, I was born in 1988 in a little small town called Motala. It's also known as the Sunfeather town, or Sunfan town, I don't know, because the central area is formed like with the streets and stuff. It's formed like a sunfan or sunfeather or whatever it's called. This is my family. I have a mom, a dad, and a sister that's 7 years older than me. My dad used to have a Jaromir Jagr haircut. In Swedish it's called a hockeyfrilla. As a baby, I was very big. I was born being the biggest baby on the birthing unit at the hospital. I was almost weighing 5 kilos when I was born. Unfortunately, as a toddler, I suffered from something that's called colic, which infants can get. It's basically when you cry and scream a lot and there's not really any reason to it. Like it's not hunger, it's not sleep deprivation or anything like that. It's just that you just scream and cry a lot. You don't sleep like you should do. This made it so I had to be in the hospital for a couple of months when I was an infant and be taken care of there instead of being home with my parents. That time passed and I grew up a little bit. I was still a big baby, and except for the colic, I had a really good childhood. My favorite toys when I was small was dinosaurs. And that's what I used to play with all the time. That and also My Little Ponies, because my sister had that and I wanted what she had. I was very early in development, like I was walking very early, running even, and biking and stuff. All that came really fast because I was big in growth, and that made it easier. Time went on and I played every sport possible to man pretty much. I did skiing, football, sailing, handball, floorball, and like you name it, I already said that. What I stuck with in the end was the football and the hockey. Those were the sports I focused most on. This was also the way I met all my friends that I'm still friends with today. They're known as the gang, and we're like 10 guys that's been living in the same town ever since we were born, and we're all friends to this day. As a child, we used to take trips to Italy every other year, and as a young child I had very big dimples, so there was Italian ladies that grabbed my dimples or pinched my dimples and thought I was really cute. I almost got adopted. About this time in my life I started a lot with video games, like console games and early computer games. And the first console game, of course, that I played was a Nintendo 8-bit with classes like Mario and stuff like that. And for computer I played a game called Lemmings, I remember, or Worms and stuff like that. These games came on floppy drives, which I don't know if you know, but it was a really old way of it was like an early CD. With today's measurements it would fit about one MP3 song. Up until this point I was always good in school. I caught on quickly and I was very interested in school. Later, as a teenager, I started with music and I played punk rock or skate punk. Me and 2 other guys played in a cover band that only played Blink 182 songs. And we badly wanted to be Blink 182. Such wannabes, oh my god. We sucked. It was about this time that I started to listen to heavier and heavier music. Time went on and I started growing for once, because I was really small as a teenager, really short. I stopped with the sports and focused only on the music pretty much. We had a lot of different bands during that time. In school I studied social studies and languages, majoring in German. This was also about the time that I started getting tattooed. In my second year in high school, I got kind of tired of school. I lost the motivation, I had bad attendance, which made at least the last year I had courses that was left undone. Instead, I went through a phase of a lot of partying, which might not have been too good, but I met a lot of friends and some of them are still with me to this day. A year passed and I finished high school. I worked a few short jobs to get money. For example, I was a meat packer, I was a factory cleaner, a spinning instructor, I worked with phone sales. At this point I was still living at home. I actually lived home for quite a long time, mostly because I was lazy and it was easy and comfortable. This is when I was gonna fix my undone courses, so I fixed my grades. About this point in my life, we started a band called the Black Freighter. This was the band who was later to become Arreat Summit. At this point I got a new extra drive for music again. I also started playing football again, mostly for fun though, with friends. Here I started studying university courses just to feel it out, to maybe get to know what do I want to be. My thought was I always loved computers, so maybe a computer course, programming? I tried it, wanted it, and did it. The same time as the study started, I moved to my first apartment. It was still in Motala. I was commuting to school with the train, and this is the way I met my two study buddies. In this time period, I also met Katrin, the love of my life, my future wife, and the mother of my future doggies and children. Some time goes by and Katrin moves in with me in my small apartment. We're happy, but it's very tight. Sometime into our relationship, we started looking for kennels. We found Saturnus. Saturnus is a little bit more picky with who they sell their puppies to, so you go there to get approved, kinda. We got approved. Now we're awaiting the puppy. 1 week before we get the puppy, we moved to a new apartment. It's a big upgrade, but it's more expensive. After this, we got Rascal. We wanted to go get him. It was a long car drive, but he's worth it. And then we brought him home. After that, I finished my 3 years in system science, so I graduated. This wasn't this long ago, so right now I'm searching for jobs, and this is also when I started my YouTube channel. This has been a requested video, so I really hope you enjoy it, and I'll hope you have a fucking sunny day!